Do you remember the episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure where Josuke and Okuyasu go to this Italian restaurant and there's like this dog in the back that explodes, but more importantly, the food is supposed to be like amazing? Good. That's my favorite episode. As an avid JoJo's fan and a culinary enthusiast, this episode tickled something inside of me. It tickled so much that I would dream of becoming the Chef Tonio's right-hand man. But before I could grace myself in his presence, I needed to prove myself. And how do I do that, you ask? I'm gonna cook his entire menu better than him. I had my girlfriend Brittany along with me to score the dishes, and if I didn't get a cumulative score above 28, I have failed as a person. For dish number one, come here, come with me, come with me. It's a secret. Stop tearing over my shoulder. Brittany, how excited are you for dish number one?
Pretty excited.
It's exquisite. This is honestly the hardest one. This takes time and care and love. Okay, dish number one is done. We have a nice glass of water sourced from only the finest Alps of New York. Are the Alps even in New York? We have the Appalachians, right? Anyways, just try the water.
This is it. It's just water. It's not like fancy water.
Thoughts?
Water.
That's it.
It's water. Yeah.
Swirl around. Get a nice aroma. Get the waft. Yep. How's the nose feel? Out of 10, what would you give it?
I would give it a 7 out of 10 just because it's just water. It doesn't even have ice in it.
But before we continue, I want to let you know that I am starting my very own Discord server. This has been something that you guys have been asking for a while now, and I'm here to tell you that it's here. I want to be able to interact with you guys, talk about anime, and keep you posted on anything that I'm working on. If you're interested in joining, click the link in the top of the description. Now let's get back to cooking. For the next dish, we recreated Tonio's Caprese salad. To make it accurate to the show, we included tomatoes, mozzarella, and just a drizzle of olive oil. So I have to clean the tomato first. I don't know why I feel like this is like a timed challenge.
You're on Hell's Kitchen.
30 minutes is a fucking raw! After I washed the tomato, I began cutting it into very thin slices. So while we're doing this, Brittany, how do you feel about tomatoes?
I think they're disgusting. There are going to be people who eat me up in the comments for that. Be a real adult.
Be a real fucking adult for a second.
I'm a real adult who thinks tomatoes are disgusting.
At this point, the pressure was on. I knew Tonio could easily make you love an ingredient that you hate. But the real question is, could I follow in his footsteps and change my girlfriend's mind? The trick to a really good caprese salad, shout out Kenji Lopez for this one, you always gotta salt your tomatoes. Brings the juices out of the tomatoes, nice and juicy, nice and sweet.
I think you're gonna fail just judging by the way these look.
What?
That's the saddest little tomato I've ever seen.
Chances these mozzarella cuts are gonna come out better than the tomatoes.
Very low.
My knife is not sharp enough at all. It's fine, you like the thick cheese, don't you?
Probably the only part of this that I will like.
All right, that one looks awful. Now that the prep work was done, it's time to make this thing look actually appetizing. This is the time where we get super serious. This is a really small plate for what we're doing here. A nice, wonderful bed of lettuce. And then we go tomato, mozzarella, tomato. Okay, then we're gonna go in with a drizzle of olive oil here. That went way better than I thought. A little lemon. I don't know. I'm kind of freestyling the sauce. Gotta have a squeezer for the lemons. And occasionally on the weekends, if I'm lonely, I put my balls in this thing. I got a lemon seed on it. No! Pull the camera away. Don't show that. And for the final ingredient, a little bit of balsamic vinegar. Oh God, that's so much. Oh, that looks so bad. Oh my God, that looks horrible.
Beautiful.
All right, eat it. Yep. Let me know how it is.
I'm gonna take the...
That is the tiniest piece of tomato
I
ever.
don't like tomatoes.
It's part of the dish. How are you gonna get its healing properties if you don't?
I don't need its healing properties.
Good, right? That's a face of goodness, right?
Where's that water?
What are you giving it out of 10?
It's not for me. I'm gonna give it a 3.
A 3?
I mean, you did what you could with what you had, and I respect it.
I give it a 6 out of 10. I think there's some major improvements that I could have made to this, but I'm happy with it, and I'm gonna eat the whole thing. For the third course, we had spaghetti puttanesca. By far my favorite dish from the entire night, a red sauce pasta topped with olives, capers, and a little fresh parsley. To go over it, it's kind of like a spaghetti, so I have some tomatoes that I chopped up, but the weirdest part is it is capers, black olives, and anchovies and garlic that make up the base of the sauce. Now, I've never worked with anchovies before, but I love to cook and experiment with new things, so it doesn't scare me. But my judge, on the other hand, I'm a little worried. Let's give this.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
In Tonio we trust.
I don't.
this isn't gonna end well. So I got the water boiling behind me, but first we need to prep the veggies. Starting with the garlic.
I'm gonna judge your garlic cutting. It's pretty bad. You would never make it as a real chef.
What the fuck is that? I think I severely overestimated the amount of garlic that I need in this dish. Next, after the garlic, I continued the prep by chopping the olives and the capers. I've never opened anchovies in my life. I'm so worried. Moment of truth. Vegans, look away.
Oh, yummy.
Stop. Give this.
Oh, Jesus.
I trust Tonio.
I don't. You are making it mush. You are making.
Because you need to make it mush. That's the point. All right, so now the dish actually begins. While I was prepping the ingredients, I had a stainless steel pan heating up on the stove at around medium heat. You want a good bit of olive oil.
That's a good bit, that's for sure.
I want to see it shimmer like that. So next thing we do, wait. What is the next thing we do? After the pan heats up, you throw in the garlic, anchovies, and a little red pepper flakes. Got it.
Run.
First things first, get some garlic in there. Ooh, hear that sizzle, baby. Anchovies in next, and a little bit of red pepper flakes. Just want to saute this. Jesus fucking Christ, the oil is getting everywhere. Whoever told me anchovies were gonna make my fucking oil explode. The beauty about this dish, apparently, you put the noodles in as you're making the sauce. Noodles in. I dropped the nude. I dropped the fucking nude. Get in there. Oh, why did I get such a small pot?
That was not very Italian of you.
At least I didn't crack it in half. I think Tonio would have actually killed me if I did that. Garlic was smelling fragrant. It was looking a little golden brown, and that's when we're gonna throw in the olives and the capers. Introduce everybody. Oh my God, this actually looks really good.
The melted fish is.
Okay.
I think it smells good. What's the name of this dish again?
Puttanesca. It translates roughly to the taste of prostitutes. Glad we know that fact. Anyways, once the ingredients cook down enough, it is finally time to add the tomatoes. Yummy. Oh, this looks so good. I'm making Tonio proud. And you know what we're gonna do? A little pinch of salt to bring those tomatoes to life. Ah, dang. And then we're gonna let it sit and simmer. And sit and simmer we did. It was now a waiting game until the pasta was finished so we could put the final touches on this creation. Sauce is simmering nicely.
It's good, but severely lacking in cheese.
What do you think this is gonna score?
If you allow me some Parmesan, I could see it getting an 8.
An 8. This should be done. Pasta going in. It's really good, actually. What the fuck?
And it looks like pasta.
I'm like trying to hype it up. You're like, it looks like food.
Yeah.
But right as we reached the finish line, I realized something catastrophic. During my grocery run, I had forgotten to buy the parsley. How am I going to plate this? Will Tonio ever forgive me? Is this it? I have to give up on my dream? Or do I? Come. Parsley this. That is the worst plate job I've ever done in my life.
Fix your edges.
It looks beautiful.
It looks pretty good.
Good.
For an amateur.
No, you take the first bite.
That's pretty good, I won't lie. I need some cheese though.
Okay.
It's actually like an 8 out of 10.
Holy shit!
It's pretty good. I think with cheese it could potentially be almost a 10. That's a 9.5 out of 10.
Are you serious? Wait, how do I get the extra 0.5?
It's just not like my favorite dish in the entire world. I'm gonna eat this whole plate now.
Okay. This was it. I'm really leaning into this overdramatic effect, but when your dreams are on the line, what are you gonna do? The final course was a bed of lamb chops with applesauce. I needed a perfect 10 if I wanted to work alongside Tonio, but I was confident that I could do it. Lamb. That's what we're making next. You know, I went all out when I got the restaurant cut Australian free range lamb, baby. Well, you thought the water was simple? This is gonna be even simpler, except for the fact that I've never cooked lamb before in my life. Yeah, I had literally just watched a YouTube video on how to cook lamb chops about 2 minutes before we pressed record. But it's fine. If I can learn how to cook puttanesca on the fly, then I can learn how to cook lamb from a silly little YouTube video. I wasn't sweating at all. Tonio would approve of this. Gotta damp the meat dry. Gets you a better sear. You cook them the same way. Basically, you cook a steak. You just gotta get them nice and salty on the outside. Gotta get them salty on every side, actually. I'm gonna go like a triple medium. High smoke point oil. Check. Butter. Check. The loin of a lamb that I murdered and dismembered his carcass myself. Not check. I got this from the grocery store. Now that all the ingredients are in place, all that's left is to get a great sear and make a super simple sauce. This big fat cap at the end, putting that down first, and I want to melt some of this fat out, especially on like the sides here. And we're gonna put them down. Dude, this thing is so tall. This thing is never gonna cook. This video is gonna be done in 2 years when this thing is done cooking. And this is where I started to worry. At this point, the realization had set in that I had obviously gotten the wrong cut of meat. I mean, take a look at this picture from the anime versus ours. This was bad, but I still might be able to save it. All right, first flip. Looks pretty good. Should I just have Subway surfers going while this cooks? Just so like people don't click off. Oh, you almost got caught there. You're in a trance. I'm hypnotizing you. Now what we're gonna do is put a little bit of butter on top of this guy and a little bit on the side. Garlic goes in with the butter. Now that the sear was done on both sides, it was time to baste it in butter until it's done. Looking a wee bit dry.
It like shrank up and died.
Yeah. I think that looks absolutely delicious. It looks oh my god, okay.
Plating gets a 0 out of 10.
I feel like I fucked it up so bad, dude. If I cut into this and it's just straight pink.
That's straight pink.
Man, let me cook.
It's raw.
Tonio, I am truly sorry. I am sorry I could not live up to the expectations that were set, but as long as I am alive, I will not let this lamb go to waste.
Okay, so into the oven we go.
Into the oven. Good thing we were preheating. All right. I cut into it. That's like a sin. That's like a cardinal sin, dude. We've come a long way. Tonio, I'm not gonna let you down, buddy. I'm gonna prove it that I had it in me all along. So let's see if this is good. It looks really done.
It looks like a piece of food. Looks like tree bark.
The moment of truth. Please be good. It tastes like steak. It's a little dry. I don't know. I give it a 5.5 out of 10. So in the end, I couldn't keep up with Tonio, and I'm okay saying that out loud. Let me know if you guys want to see more videos like this one in the future, and make sure to join the Discord that I launched today. Link is in the description.